What is up, Fin fans? We are here. The three gentlemen that I'm with, we're at camp today. So we're going to get some different takes from all three gentlemen. Again, that's why I tell you on my
How are you
channel,
sure they're going to be different?
they're different. They're different, especially from this gentleman right here. Should have heard what he dropped before I hit that live button. You're lucky we were
Facts. Facts.
Well, we got a lot to talk about because again, we there were some moves made after Thursday, so we're gonna delve into those real quick, recap it. Miami Dolphins not only bring in Jack Jones, but they also bring in Mike Hilton. Very interesting move. I like the move. If you look at
more Cornell Armstrong,
a little bit, we're going a little bit. I think we talked about him slightly last week. I think Mike Hilton is a little bit better than Rasul Douglas. What is your guys' takes on that? Omar, what's your take on Mike Hilton coming in joining Miami?
small guy, small. I'm trying to think about.
This is not new. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, 8-year veteran. When I see them play, I'll have a better understanding of who they are. But I mean, in a week, you've added 3 veteran cornerbacks, which you could have done a month ago. But hey, more power to you. Maybe you finally figured out that you need some veteran help.
Yeah, pretty much. Alan, what's your thoughts on the addition?
Well, you're talking about two guys. If the comparison is Hilton and Douglas, you're talking about two guys who had down years last year. I have more hope than Mike Hilton. Still has some good football left, and Rasul Douglas, who is a cornerback who's on the wrong side of 30, who once was a really good cornerback last year. Yeah, it wasn't great. Mike Hilton is a nasty, tough guy for as Omar mentioned, a smaller guy. To me, he's a high-end nickel. I like that pickup quite a bit. Jack Jones, low risk, high reward. Because he's got some really, really good tape out there. He didn't have a great year last year, but he's got some really good tape out there, and he can cover.
Yeah, if you weren't watching, I was spying on TD watching one of his live streams, and TD even talked about that we're hoping we get Patriots Jack Jones. So right. TD, you can expand a little bit more on that and your thoughts on Mike Hilton.
First off, not just Mike Hilton, but both of them, him and Jack Jones. I'm excited about both of them. I really love the move by Chris Grier. I'm going to be honest, Chris Grier, low-key, making a few moves that's salvaging the situation from, maybe losing. Omar, can you please stop? You gotta stop. You don't stop hating on my general manager, man. But listen, man. But no, I feel like these are some good moves, though. Hilton, like Alan said, he's aggressive. Now, he is on the smaller side, but that don't matter if you're scrapping. If you're scrapping, that does not matter. And he's always around the football. He's with his guy. It's not like he's just getting tore up all over the place. He covers across the field. I love that about him. Now, Jack Jones is that, low risk, high reward. But I think it was more scheme. More scheme, and I think that Weaver's going to use him perfectly, and he might have a legitimate resurgence. Do you realize that the entire team's makeup can potentially be transformed if Hilton does his thing? He's been solid his whole career. Not elite, not great. He's been good. He's actually been good his whole career. But if he could just be good for us, and Jack Jones has a resurgence, and under Weaver, I think he can do better than he was with the Patriots because the pass rush is going to be nasty. And I know we're going to talk about that from camp today. But, yeah, man, I think his amazing moves. Chris Grier, I ain't the biggest fan, but he's cooking right now.
Hold on. Let me ask y'all a question. And this is the question that I continue to ask my peers and continue to pose to anybody else that says, man, these are some great signings. Why were they unemployed on late July when there are 300 NFL cornerbacks who are employed by other teams?
Do you think it's they wanted more? You think that could be a possibility? No?
Jones just wanted another chance. And he said that today because he's had some off the field issues. And he admitted saying that he thought there was a possibility that was it. And then Mike Hilton, Mike Hilton's a guy who's, I think 31 maybe, who didn't have his best year last year. And generally speaking, It wasn't solid in coverage.
Mhm.
I spoke to my guy who covers the Bengals, and literally that's what he told me, that he was not good in coverage, but he's still very good. He's a very good blitzer, is a very good tackler. And they wanted to get young in the secondary out in Cincinnati with their new defensive coordinator, who is Al Golden, former University of Miami head coach.
Well, let me to Omar.
You know that, Omar?
Al Folden Golden, the fraud. Go ahead.
To Omar's question, though, let me, I guess, try to put people at ease on that question because it's a legitimate question. But again, Jack Jones, Raiders, I really think it was a system thing on top of that, okay? And I think Weaver's going to work wonders with him. But Hilton, on the other hand, don't give me him not playing well last year, because who did play well other than the pass rusher in Cincinnati? That was a defensive coaching staff.
Got to do with anything.
You know what it has to do with, Allen? Everybody on the defense was exposed.
That's fine.
Everybody.
That's fine. But because he plays on a defense where they all sucked, he should have been. Team should have been
Allen, it's highly more likely for the coaches to be an issue if everybody sucked than the players.